Alright, Johnny, so this is the biscuit joiner that we usually use. It's the one they had at Grand Rapids and the one we bought also up there in Milwaukee. There's a couple of settings. So what this thing does, right, is the blade shoots out of here. If I can do this in a way you can see it. Right, there's the blade, okay, and it creates a little slot for a biscuit to slide in. And there's a couple things you need to adjust on this thing to use it. The first one is back here, set to 20. And on the biscuits, and the biscuits are like little footballs right there, should have a 20 or sometimes a 10. But usually we use the 20s, so you gotta set that. That'll tell how far the thing needs to shoot out. Then when you're working on a piece, you want normally your biscuit to fall right about the middle of the board. So you place it in here, and that red line you actually want to be right in the middle of the board, so it's got to go up a little bit. So there's these two knobs, and this is the lock, so you loosen that, and then you ratchet this down or up, and this changes the height. So in case I'm going the wrong way, so then I go this way, and I change that until it's nice and right in the middle, pretty close, we'll call it right there. Then you just tighten this back down. The last thing, because as you can see, it's not quite flat, right? It's sticking up off that board. The last thing you got to do is make sure that this is adjusted to 90 degrees, and it's down there. So 90 degrees, bam. Okay. So in order to then operate it, you got to put your hand down there, right? So it pulls it up, and then that allows you to engage it and plunge the saw blade into the side. Okay. Then when you can get two of those lined up. Oh, and I failed to mention. So when you start out, you got your glue up all lined up. You start by picking where you want your biscuits by putting a little line in there. And that line then you use on the biscuit joiner. You line it up right there. Okay, then you're pushing down and you're good to go. That'll allow your two biscuits to be lined up, and the holes for your biscuits to line back up. So when you glue it together, you're good to go. So that's how we normally use a biscuit joiner. To use it for the miter joint, we got to start by making our line in our miter joint. So we get it all lined up. We like our edges. We like our outside. We get it all pulled together as tight as we can. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna make a mark at a couple of places where we want the biscuit to go on either side. Okay. That's a little light. That's because I'm holding the camera here too, so I can still see it. So I'm just gonna make it a little darker. Okay. So now I've got two marks right where the biscuit's supposed to go. Okay. So then you take one of them here. All right. And now I gotta put a biscuit though in this face. Okay. So I've got a problem. What am I going to do here, right? Well, this thing adjusts. So we loosen this now, and we're going to go up to like 45. Go down here to 45. Oh, there it is. Okay. There we go. All right. And now we're pretty close there. So we're good to go here. Now the way this is gonna look, we're gonna line. So this is what it looks like. Right now I'm at this huge angle, okay? But I'm still lining up the mark. Still gonna line that up. All right, just like that. All right, there we go. Okay, and then I can go ahead and engage it and plunge it in. Okay. And that is going to put a mark. It's going to put a hole right in here. Okay. I'll do the same thing for this guy. All right, it'll put a mark right in there, okay? Then I stick a biscuit in that one, glue that face up, you know, glue this face up, and then when I put it together, that biscuit should just connect those two. I can clamp it up real tight, and the biscuit holds it together. Hope that explains everything. Give me a holler if you have any questions.